Hello, and welcome to Adventures in Empty Nesting. Today we have a very special guest that is joining us to tell you about the travel that we do. Many of you DM us and ask us, who do you go with? How do you get to these groups? And all that greatness. Well, today we have the greatness herself here to tell us all about what she does. All of our travel is booked through Dream Team Travel, and today our special guest is the owner and operator of Dream Team Travel, Karen Jackson. So we're going to ask her a couple of questions. Some of them came from you guys, and you had a couple of questions that you wanted us to ask her. So we will ask that, and if you like, ask us some questions in the comments, and we will go ahead and ask her those as well, and we can eventually follow up. Okay? So Karen, welcome to our channel.
Thank you, and thank you for having me on.
It's so nice to have you. For those who don't know, we've traveled with Karen for probably 15 years now. See, we've done individual family trips. We've done some of the most amazing group trips. So, Karen, what inspired you to become a travel agent?
Well, to tell you the truth, it was one of those things that was my side gig at first. And my degree, I have a bachelor's in communications. And I love talking. I have the gift of gab, and I love serving people. That's the ministry in me. I'm also an ordained minister. So, however you twist it up, it's all serving people and just being around others and enjoying life. So I love it because one day I was doing this for like family reunions or family connections and stuff, and my sister said, hey, we should do this travel business thing, but that one really wasn't about travel. It was about multi-level marketing. That's not my thing. I really wanted to do travel. And when I was in college, the last 2 years, I actually worked for Marriott Corporation as a front desk clerk in Virginia Beach. So again, I just love interacting with people. I love making sure that people can get accommodations that they like to have. And one day the opportunity fell in my lap, and I said, I like doing this. I was a stay-at-home mom at the time, and it was easy for me to be able to do that. Just kind of started out small while my husband was doing a lot of corporate travel. And then now up until today, 3 years now, I actually went independent and have my own agency, something that I always wanted to do, just kind of be under my own.
Okay, what a blessing. What a blessing. You do, I can attest myself that she does a wonderful job at everything she does. She does everything in excellence. How long have you been in the travel industry?
Counting the years that when I was in college working for Marriott, and then when I graduated from college, I did a job with American Express Corporation as well. So always in that industry, serving people in customer service and all. So with all that time, it's been 20 years plus, maybe even 30. I'm thinking about how old my son is, so I'm thinking of probably at least about 30 years total. But completely with the travel industry itself, I remember I had like an epiphany, and it was like 2005, and that's when I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this thing. And the funny thing is, we were talking about names of companies. The first name of the company, the original name was Trips Are Us. And I'm glad we scratched that and it didn't last. So now we have Dream Team Travel, which is a staple now.
Yes. Travels Are Us. Yeah, I'm glad Dream Team stuck. Now, next question is, what do you do to stay abreast of what is happening in the travel industry? I know in any career, there's always recertification, there's some type of continuing education to keep you abreast of the latest, the greatest, and all of that. How do you do that?
Absolutely. If you're going to be about something and be in something, I don't care what it is, what you do, you should always stay abreast of what's new out there, what else you can do. Because everyone can always do something to better themselves in whatever trade they're in. So in our industry, We have different certifications that you can do. There's different universities that you can do. For instance, we're at Celebrity Cruises right now. They have a wonderful university that you can do. Most of the suppliers like Disney and some of the other ones you can do. We have webinars, we have conferences that you can attend, and you can meet people in the industry from all over the world. And they're always ready to share about what it is that they do, how you can do what you do better. So yes, but you definitely have to always stay abreast of what's going on, because things are always changing. We're in this time now where things are always changing, things are always on that cutting edge in a way that you can do things a little better. So you're absolutely right. Even with you guys, going into blogging, congratulations on that. I know you guys are just gonna soar because, again, you guys bring that excellence. So I'm just excited to see what God does with you and Doyle with this adventure. That's gonna be an adventure.
Thank you. Well, we started this blog because of the many adventures that we had with you and your company. So thank you, because your experience, your knowledge, and your years in the industry have taught us a lot. We've been able to sit back, watch what you do, and see that you do it in excellence. So because of that, and we share that with the people like on Facebook and on Instagram, we've gotten many questions about things, and we always give them your number, because I am not the travel expert. I don't plan everything. I'm just the person that grabs her luggage and gets on the ship or any other vacation with Karen. So know that I am not a travel agent. I leave all that heavy lifting to the true professional.
Thank you.
But yes, you've been a very, very blessing to us, and we see your excellence, and so that has inspired us to continue to do things in excellence.
Thank you.
The next thing that we want to ask you is, why would a person choose to use a travel agent versus trying to book vacations on their own? Now, I know a lot of you out there do this, but Karen is about to tell you why it's always important to use a professional.
Personally, for myself, and what I always share with my clients, yes, you could go on cheapvacations.com and get you a bargain, so to speak, but I always share with my clients, you're going to get exactly what you pay for.
Oh, that's true.
That's the first thing. So if you don't have someone that's showing you, and it's not always, for me, it's not always about upselling, because I'm not trying to sell you a cabin or a particular resort. I'm trying to sell you an experience. Now, whether you buy or not, that's up to you, because when you get there, you're going to wish that you had, and then when you get there, if you're not happy, you're going to end up spending more money on the back end anyway, when we could have saved you lots of dollars on the front end had you taken my professional opinion and said, yes, you can do this, but if you do that, you're going to have a much better experience, especially now where we are in the post-pandemic era. Most people have not been on a vacation in like over 3, 4, maybe 5 years. So why not treat yourself? You get to go, you don't know if you're going to get to go again. So go all the way out while you're out there. That's what I like to say. But the other important piece to that is just like anything else you do. Like I was telling my clients a couple of weeks ago on my page, if you have a financial planner, then you owe it to yourself to have a travel planner, because you want to make sure that all that financial things that you are saving up, you want to make sure that you are doing the right things also in your vacation planning. And it's not always about skimping on yourself, because you work hard, I say you deserve to play hard.
Right.
And this pastor one time, he said, most people, they travel at the same level that they live. They travel, so if you're at home and you're you like to drive a certain type of vehicle, or you live a certain type of way, why would you cheat yourself for 7 days, 12 days on a vacation? The other side of that, maybe you can't live a certain type of way every single day, but why not treat yourself and live that dream life on vacation?
Yes. But you know what? Let's go back to your analogy about financial planning. That is such a wonderful analogy to equate your vacation to, because a lot of people, they take their money seriously. Yes. So when you take your money seriously, just like Karen said, take it seriously across the board, not just in your finances, not just when it comes to your children, but also make sure that when you're investing your money in your future, that you include your investment in your vacation. And part of that investment is going to be investing in a professional travel agent to make sure that your vacation is as wonderful as you have dreamed it up in your mind. Because we all know we dream about these vacations before we go.
Exactly. And then the other thing too is you have an advocate. If something goes left, you know we
Amen.
want every dream vacation to be a dream vacation, but every now and then it turns into a nightmare, unfortunately. But sometimes it's because you didn't have a professional to come alongside with you and point out some things. Now, if that professional pointed out those things to you and you still wanted to go your own way with it, then, you know, I bow down, but I showed it to you. For instance, why would you pay $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 for a vacation and then not want to pay a couple of $100 for the insurance to have an hour? We live in the times where anything can happen. It doesn't have to happen to you. It can happen to someone at home. And now you're like, do I go on this $10,000, $7,000, $5,000 vacation, or do I just blow it because something happened to one of my loved ones at home? You should never put yourself in that type of situation. Would you buy a car and not put insurance on it? You would not. So these are some of the things we can at least highlight to you, to show you, but it's always going to be up to, and I'm too old now, so I don't fight with people. I just, I'm like, okay, here's your waiver.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah. Well, also good on that point too. If something does happen when you're on vacation, you can pick up the phone and call your travel agent and say, help me. I don't know what to do. What can you do to help me? And a good travel agent can advise you on the next steps that you need to take when something does occur on your vacation. So keep that in mind.
Absolutely.
What do you look for in a vacation package when for your clients, both large and small groups? So when you're booking a vacation or you're coming up with your large group travel, which we've gone on many a times, how do you put your packages together? How do you say pick your ports? How do you pick the ship? Or if it's a land trip, how do you pick all of that?
Well, Demetra, as you know, traveling with our group for so many years, I always explain to people that our vacations or your vacations are always three parts. Obviously, one part is going to be the itinerary. We're chasing a particular port because we've never been there before. The second part would be the ship itself. Oh my gosh, celebrity has a new ship. Oh, I got to get on that ship, or whichever cruise line it is. I just have to try that one out. Then the third one is always, and some people forget this, it's the people that you're traveling with.
Yes.
When we met the Williams, they was like, oh no, we don't travel with other people.
Guilty.
It is not safe. And I said, I promise you, come along with the dream team, try one of our experiences, and you will love it, because you can be with the group or you can go off and you can do your own thing. But sometimes when I'm traveling with my husband alone, he doesn't feel like taking in a show, or he doesn't feel like going up to Lido Deck or whatever the case. But when you're traveling with a group of 35 to 50, someone is always going to feel like doing the same thing. So you always have a buddy. You don't have a problem finding a buddy if the people or the one person or two people that you're traveling with are like, nah, I need to sleep in. So I think about all those different pieces, but also I keep all of my clients in mind, and I know all my clients, and we're always asking in our little hub on our Facebook page group, what are you guys wanting to do? Where do you want to go? What's next? What are you dreaming of? So I take all of that into consideration when we pick the ports, and then I know like what type of ship they would like, what type of accommodations they are used to, and I always try and keep all that in mind and picking the different shifts. And I know our people that travel with us, when we travel and we spend the money like we spend the money, we want to see ourselves reflected.
Representation.
Yeah, representation and inclusivity is everything. So if I find that there's a corporation or a company or a destination that's not doing that, I will not choose it. I refuse to. If I find out there's a corporation that do not treat their people well, all the people, I don't, I'm not talking about just people that look like me, but their staff. If I hear that over and over again, I will never work with them again. Thank God that's not the case here. I always hear wonderful things about this particular company. And I'm talking about celebrity because that's who we are with today.
Yes.
The accent, celebrity edge class ship is the ship that we're selling with. So that's why you hear me make reference to celebrity a lot. But they're an excellent company. And
Oh, yes.
that goes into it as well. So it's not just my clients and things that I like, the whole picture. Because if we're going to spend good money, I want to spend it with a corporation that's deserving of that money.
And I can attest to this. Here on this 15-day transatlantic cruise, many people ask us, oh, what are you going to do with all those sea days? Those sea days have been wonderful. I'm sad that today is our last sea day. Tomorrow we get into Ireland. But they have been great. The ship is beautiful. The customer service is exceptional. We'll give you guys in a breakdown of our thoughts, hits, misses, pros and cons of this cruise. More detail on the exceptionality of the customer service on this cruise line. It's been wonderful. That's all I can say. And I'm very thankful that Karen picked this. But I can attest to this. We have traveled with Karen in groups of people that up to 70. 30 people and 6 people, and even less sometimes. And each experience has always been the same. They've always been top notch. Karen does themes. We've done White Night, where we all dressed in white.
We've done a Wakanda night.
Yes, we did. Wakanda. We've done masquerade. We've done a little bit of everything. So Karen always does her due diligence when it comes to booking a vacation package. Now, our next question. What sets Dream Team Travel apart from all other travel agencies?
Oh, when you said that, I was like, Well, I'm going to tell you one thing that I'm very serious about. And I'm not saying no one else does it, but when my people are traveling, I keep a calendar and I'm always praying over my clients, over their itineraries, over their flights, when once they book it, that everything goes well. There is a destination wedding that I'm working with. Of course, I've been working with the bride and groom for over a year now, but I've been blessing and speaking over that marriage the whole year. And the wedding is in in July, in Punta Cana. So that's one thing I pray over my clients, their safety until that trip is done and everybody's back and they get that follow-up welcome home note and so glad to have you with us and so forth. So that's one thing, because I'm just me and there's many hats that I wear, but all those hats come together, because I've always said, and you probably know this because you've known me for a while, but my travel baby business was my first ministry, because I get to minister to people for 3 months, because it takes a while to plan big trips. So I'm talking to you for 6 months, 3 months, over a year. So sometimes other things come up. I get to encourage so many couples, so many women through this, because it's not like it's two different faces. It's me.
Yeah.
You know. So that's one thing, the biggest thing that I would say that sets me apart. I don't know what anyone else does, but this is what I do.
And you know what? That is excellent. There's nothing like, how many travel agents out there pray for their clients? Hit us in the comments if you're one of those. Because let me tell you something. I know for a fact that this woman right here is under the anointing, and then when she is praying for you, you are covered. You know how your grandparents used to say, I got Jesus on the main line? I know that this woman, Miss Karen Jackson, has Jesus on the main line, and I have had to use her as a conduit, a receptionist, a caller, to call Jesus on the main line. So I can attest to that.
Oh, to God be the glory on that one.
Amen. And you know what? That's all you need. That's all you need.
That's true.
My next question is, what is the most rewarding part of being a travel agent?
Oh, that question is easy. I'm naturally a social butterfly and a people person. It's not too many rooms that you can put me in that I'll feel uncomfortable because I just love people. Unless I didn't have my coffee yet, though.
Right.
I'm proud of myself. This is my first. This came from the Baccio. It's like the Starbucks of the ship.
Yes.
And I just
Very
had it
good.
like right before we sat down. I'm like, wow, I've been talking to people and everything, and I haven't had coffee.
Now, mind you, we've been drinking coffee because the hours keep going
Yes.
ahead from the
We don't know what time it is.
We have no idea what
It's
time it is.
existing, floating through the universe.
A couple of times I did not know what day it was. So
Now that's
we're doing
for real.
good. Yeah.
And what day is it, buddy?
I believe it's Monday.
Yeah.
May the 1st. May the 1st.
Oh, May
See,
the
I'm on it. I looked at the calendar, you guys. And if you had asked me that yesterday, I couldn't tell you.
I got lost in some of those pushing the days, the hour forward, and so forth. But no, I absolutely enjoy what I do. And let me share this too. A lot of people don't realize, they think that if you use a travel consultant or a travel advisor that it's going to cost you more. It's not. That commission that is built in, it's going to go to someone anyway. So why not help yourself out and get an extra eye on your itinerary, your vacation? Because sometimes we're so excited when we're booking things that we miss it. I don't mess y'all up, but I've messed my family up. Plenty of times. I remember one time we were supposed to be in Cancun for spring break. And I booked the resort, and we were going with friends and everything, and I forgot to book the flights out of Dallas.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? So I don't know, we took the kids somewhere. I think we ended up going to the Gaylord or somewhere close by, but they enjoyed this. So they were young enough where they didn't care.
Yeah.
They had a
They just
pool
wanted to do
and they were
something.
happy. But I said, I gotta make that one up to you guys. But that's where, having a second eye on your vacation, again, you spend lots of money, so it wouldn't hurt because it's not costing you. That commission is built in, and it's coming from the supplier. The supplier is whomever you booked with, your Marriott, your Hiltons, your celebrities, your Royals. It's already built in there. Somebody's going to get it. So it's like, why not get the extra help that you need, and everybody's happy.
Yeah. And one of the things that Karen does that I just love, she is true about spending the planning time with you. Karen sends out reminders about your upcoming vacations. She sends you countdowns. When it's time to leave, she sends you a bon voyage email. She sends you a welcome home email. She is truly walking with you along your vacation journey. That's one thing that you definitely can count on. I look forward to those emails because I'm gonna be honest, this last vacation, this trip here, usually I'm on it. Karen sends me a reminder, boom, I print stuff out. This time, we were hopping from Arizona and only had a day at home, jumped on the plane the next day to come to Fort Lauderdale to get on this wonderful cruise. I forgot to print out the luggage tags. And you sent me an email, and I was like, oh, let me get that done. But in that one day of transition, I completely forgot. But let me explain to you guys how this email came in handy. I was able to take that email and print out those luggage tags at my hotel in Fort Lauderdale, borrow their stapler, and staple those to my luggage so that I didn't have any problems when I got to the port. So this is why it's important to have a travel agent, because I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, sometimes, because it's a lot going on. And some people, I think, they feel like lesser if they didn't do it. No, you still get all the Cheerios because you sat down, and it's not me taking over your vacation, it's me working with you to plan something wonderful for your family. Because I know, like, other stay-at-home moms like myself, or, for the most part, I do this, but through the years, I still consider myself a stay-at-home mom. mom.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, oh no, this is what I do for my family. You're still doing it for your family. I'm just helping you.
Yes, yes, no. And expertise goes a long way in any industry. My next question is, what is your best travel tip? You've seen a lot.
Yes. Ooh, my best travel tip, other than the fact that, yes, use a travel advisor.
Yes.
That's point number one. Point number two, again, I guess it's still, for me, it's just, I see so many people want to cheat themselves, and I know they work hard. It's like, if you work hard, you deserve to play hard.
Yes.
Period. Treat yourself. Don't skimp on your vacation, especially after everything that we all have been through. You deserve it. I don't care what you do. You deserve it, and go ahead and do it. Live life. Live your best life. Live your dream life. Live your healthy life so that you can live your dream life. And just go out there, get out there, and do it. Just get out there, book those trips, because one thing I learned, unfortunately, over the course of the last 3 to 5 years, we've lost a lot of family members, and they all were not over 70 years old. Some of them were younger than I. They were 35, 30, just in between, hadn't even seen their 50th birthday or their 40th birthday yet. So life is not promised to any of us, so don't keep putting off to next year or next summer or next whenever. Just start planning now and get out there and enjoy your life. That's probably my best travel tip that I can give anyone, because we don't know what tomorrow brings or if we'll see tomorrow.
Amen. And that's a great travel tip. Yes. We I know Joel and I, we truly believe we've always have believed in vacationing. Whether it be a cruise, whether it be a land trip, whether it be a road trip with the kids, we always took the time to relax and refresh. My philosophy is always, when I'm refreshed, then it will most definitely make a better me. I'm a better me when I'm relaxed and refreshed. Tell us about some of your upcoming travel trips. I know you guys Karen is back-to-back cruising after this, so tell us all about that and some of the upcoming cruises that you have.
Yes, absolutely. That's the fun part. So, the funny thing, Demetra, is this right here, this transatlantic, which is one of my husband and I's personal bucket list trips.
Ours too.
But it kind of happened by happen chance. Because at some point in traveling, in planning the Greece trip with the big group that we're meeting, the plane tickets went skyrocketed. They just went sky high. They just rocketed out of nowhere. So in researching the plane tickets, because on the long flights, again, we treat ourselves. We're gonna bump up, because I'm not doing a 10-hour flight.
Yeah.
And my husband's very tall. He can't, even if he wanted to, for his back, and he has to be comfortable. So we're looking at these tickets, and we're going like, this is ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
So then
they were like $5,000.
Yes, by the time we would have got it the way we wanted, and the luggage and all of that. So then we get an email. We had just gotten off of the Equinox celebrating one of our club members' 50th birthday, and we get home, we get a email from Celebrity saying that they had Apex and Edge and a couple other ships that were going to Europe around this time, repositioning the ships to Europe. And we looked at those dates. We said we can make that work, and when we priced it out, we were like, Infinity Edge cabin and food 24/7 for like 16-15 nights, or a couple of extra snacks in comfort.
Right.
That's a no-brainer. We're booking that.
Yes.
So it started out as mode of transportation, this particular one, to get us over to the Athens Greece trip. We'll be hanging out in Rotterdam in Netherlands for a couple of days with you guys. And then we'll be flying over to meet the big group over in Athens, and then we'll be sailing throughout the Mediterranean, Santorini. One of my other bucket list trips, Jerusalem. We're going to the Holy Land, to Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. So really looking forward to that. So that's one of the trips that's coming up right behind this one. And then The latter part of the year, we have a trip going to join the Hawaiian Islands in August. Going to all the Hawaiian Islands. And then coming up next year, again with Celebrity, we'll be back in the Mediterranean, doing Portugal and Morocco. The group kept saying, oh, we want to touch Africa one way or another.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that'll be, touching the continent at least with Morocco. And Portugal was one of the trips that we had planned pre-pandemic that we put back out there. Yeah, so we'll be going to Lisbon, Portugal, and another part of Portugal that Celebrity visits. But we're going back to Barcelona.
That was one of the most amazing trips. If you follow us on Facebook, you'll see that a couple of years ago we went on a Mediterranean cruise with Dream Team Travel, and it was a large group of us. It was probably about 50 of us. It was a 70 on that one. It was a large group, and we still had a wonderful time. But we spent a couple of days on the back end in Barcelona, and Karen, in her excellence, she put a tour together for us to tour the city, and we had a great time. I have still so many pictures.
I think that's still one of my favorites.
Yes, and I've even talked to coworkers that talk about the architecture there. And if you know me, that I love photography, I love architecture, and I loved it. And that's one of the places that I choose to go back to. Is I would love to go back to any city in Spain, any stop in Spain. So Portugal, I might have to go on that one too, so I can get some photos.
And this time we're going to, Seville is included with that. So we're porting out of Barcelona, but this time I keep thinking Ibiza, but it's not Ibiza, we're going to Seville, Spain as well, and then Lisbon, Portugal, and another port in Portugal that's not coming to me right now, but it's going to be wonderful. Wonderful.
You adventurers, you may see that in conjunction with Dream Team Travel. We'll keep you posted. And my last thing, how can someone who is interested in booking a family trip or joining one of your group trips contact you? So give us your agency number and your Facebook, and if you have Instagram or any other handle that they can reach you or follow you on, just to see the adventures that you're having with your Dream Team group that we may not be on, or we may be on them. So
right. Yeah, you guys have been on quite a few. And this journey right here is absolutely amazing.
Yes, amazing ship. Oh.
I know. That's why I always like to take the X upstairs on the stacks, because I always like to say Celebrity brings the extra.
Yes.
And they say extraordinary.
Yes, and they do. This has been phenomenal.
Yes. And but the way to contact me, I don't do an overall lot of social media, but we have a Facebook page, and it is Dream Team Travel Club on Facebook. You can follow us there. And I always say the best way to contact me is with my email, and that's kjdttc@gmail.com. That's the best and first initial contact is better than the phone, and then when we need to talk, we can do that. Because sometimes I'm out to sea working, so I will definitely get your email. I may not get your phone call or be able to take your phone call, but I get my emails all day long, haven't I?
Yes.
I've been
She has worked now. Mind you, I would love to travel and work, hint. But yes, Karen, I can say she is a dedicated travel advisor. She has been every day up doing emails, contacting clients and everything. So that has been every day on this trip. So yes. All right.
Well, I want to thank you for having me.
Thank you for
and
joining
again, congratulations and toodles to you guys for everything that's coming. I can't wait to see where it takes you. But thank you so much for taking the time out of your vacation time to set aside time to do this interview. I appreciate you.
Yo, we love you. You know that. A lot of our adventures, as I said before, have come via Dream Team Travel and Karen Jackson. We have It's been 15 years.
Yes.
And we've had our children, we've had just adult trips, we've done the gambit. But a lot of the experiences that our viewers and people that have seen us on Facebook have been with you. So thank you.
Oh, thank you guys for hanging in there with me and encouraging me.
Yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. And we will continue to do that going forward.
They are in their excellent game too, and they push. So when you have excellent people around you, they push you to do better and bring ideas and brainstorm with you. So they've been a part of my excellence too.
Well, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Not to mention the t-shirts. If you see our Dream Team Travel t-shirts,
yes.
Her husband, along with herself, Tamitra, master artist of creation of every single Dream Team Travel shirt that we've ever had. And the one that he created for just the 6 of us was one of some of his finest work. How many compliments have we gotten on the
many,
shirt? Oh,
many. So check out our picture, because we did post a picture on Facebook where you could see the t-shirts. But yes, but that was inspired by you.
Oh, well. We just gonna say we collab and it comes out. Give God the glory.
Right. Amen. Amen. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Like I said, make sure that you like and you subscribe to our channel. Hit up Karen if you're interested in taking one of those phenomenal vacations. And also, if you have more questions for Karen, or if you'd like us to come back with a part 2 to this interview, please hit us in the comments and let us know what you would like to know from Karen. Other than that, goodbye from the Celebrity Apex.